This is MAGA Nick right here. I just drew MAGA Nick. MAGA Nick. No, hopefully no one heard that. Hopefully no one heard that one. All right. 3, 4, 157. 157. So let's see what's going on. What are we gonna do today? I expect a pullback today. I expect we drop because we moved a lot. So we should pull back. Let me see where the opportunities are going to be. I need to see where the opportunities are going to be. Let's see how far are we going to drop as well. Where are buyers going to show up? Yeah, we should pull back. That's fine. That's normal. That's expected. All right, we're just waiting for buyers to show up. That's it. Just waiting for buyers to show up. If they show up, the government should open back up, so I don't think we should be concerned about anything. It's just a matter of where am I going to position myself. Yep, everything pulling back. If today we have a big red day, there are going to be so many people that are going to panic again, because people have such short-term memory. People will panic again if we get like a big red day. Which is going to be funny because it's like the other day everyone was excited. Now that's just funny. Let's look at SPY. I want to see buyers showing up. I need to see buyers show up. Buyers got to show me that they want to buy and hold. Are buyers showing up? Let's see. Netflix coming on down still. It's probably going to be a dud. Like this, today's probably going to be like, eh. I need buyers to show up on NVIDIA in particular. That's what I want. I need to see tech show strength, or else we're just gonna drop the rest of the day. I hope not. I hope that's not the case, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, what's up? Seb Luke? Seb. What's up, Seb? Okay, buyers showing up right now on NVIDIA. Let's see if we can hold it. The most important thing is this going to be the low of the day? That's the question. What's NVIDIA doing? Yeah, if this is not going to be the low of the day, then let's just wait and see how much further it drops. Get ready for the panic. People are going to be panicking like, "Oh my god, what's wrong with the stock market? Oh no, I don't understand why it doesn't just go straight up." That's a classic. Yeah. Like I said, it's a waiting game. Not much, honestly, taking a break, just holding and playing a little Skyrim. I have not played in a while. I was playing a Hollow Knight Silksong, but I stopped playing like a week ago. I need to get back on that, but I've been busy. What do you think of Rich Tech Robotics? I think it's going to come down to the purple line. So that's where I'm looking to buy. I'm waiting for it to actually touch it and come down and under it, because it always does that. So I'm just waiting for my buy signal more than anything. It always does this, right? It sells off huge and actually touches the purple line, comes under it. So here it like straddled along the purple line, just under it, right? For the most part. So that's where you get the biggest opportunity. So that's kind of what that's it. That's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for to see if it comes down to like low threes would be kind of expected. Yeah, low threes would be the buy zone. Yeah, that would be the buy zone for sure. It should come down, is what I'm expecting. Yeah, I haven't played it since 2012. I just downloaded off Steam and started a campaign. I want APLD way cheap. Oh, yeah, I do too. I want it cheap too. I want it cheap, but there's a lot of people in my Discord who are like, oh, no, 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 please don't go down. Whereas I'm like, yeah, please come down. Did I make a video yesterday in APLD? I don't think I did. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But the bull case would be this. This would be the bull case. We hold the bottom here of this range, and then we go back to we go to 50, right? That's, in my opinion, it is inevitable that we go to 50. Whether it happens next week, next year, 3 years from now, it's gonna go to 50. If you don't got the patience, that's a you problem, not a me problem, right? But that aside, the bear case is this. The white lines here show the bear case. The bear case is that we actually break down below this support level and we kind of just come down to the purple line. The purple line would be up here somewhere at some point. It comes down to like low 20s, touches the purple line, and then we just consolidate around the purple line, and then we eventually, go back to 50. Like the journey always ends at 50. But whether it happens right now or later on after we touch the purple line, that I mean, it's really going to depend on what the market does. So yeah, so that's it. That's the bull and bear case for APLD. But I call it the bear case, but the bear case it's just a delay. The bear case just means instead of us going right now to 50 in the next 6 months, it'll come down to the purple line to low 20s, then go to 60 inevitably. Like that's pretty much it. So it's just like I said, patience pays. If you don't got patience, good luck. I mean, and if you're buying good companies, there's nothing to be concerned about. If you're buying garbage, that's a whole nother question. Because people love to buy those like shitty $1 stocks. I don't really talk about those. I think every stock I've talked about is like, what? 10, 20 bucks, $5 minimum. Rich Tech Robotics, like I think the only, and CYBL, I think that's it. I don't really touch anything else that's a penny. I mean, that's $5 and under, I think, as far as I can remember. Because they're just garbage and they can drop overnight. So, not worth the risk. So, yeah, that's the bull and bear case there. So, yeah, I would wait for 20s. For RR, when you enter, 3 and under, I'm slowly adding 50 shares each, drop lower. Yeah, if you have a big account, you can definitely do that. Because I've thought about doing that. I've thought about doing a challenge called adding 10 shares every dollar goes down. And then another 10 shares every dollar goes up. Like just as a challenge. So people can see the benefits of having a big account and buying, something like APLD and just adding 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. You'll accumulate dollar cost averaging 10 at a time every day. And once it goes back to new highs, you can take profit and you'll make quite a decent amount. So, but again, do people have patience? Probably not. So, just how it is. It's always the patient that make the money. It's always the patient that make the money. 3, 6, 9, 10. 10. Wait, what am I doing? 10. This is 180. So yeah, APLD, there you go. So bull case, bear case, we just come down to the purple line to low 20s and then we go back to, 50, right? Stocks have to pull back at some point. And if we're going to get more of it, fantastic. MAGA Nick. Somebody calls Nick in the Discord MAGA Nick. But yeah, MAGA Nick here, I think he bought and he's holding like a big bag or something. But this should come down to like $2. Like that the purple line is all the way down here. And then we get a bounce. I don't know anything else about that. I don't really care about the stock, quite frankly. Too risky. I can't even give it a bull or bear case. It's just kind of like, I'll just buy something else, quite frankly. Yeah, I still predict Bitcoin drops to 94K. That is still my prediction. And then we finally bottom. That's my prediction. So we should see stocks get cheaper based off of Bitcoin's historical patterns. But, you know, whatever. I'm just going to dollar cost average, and knowing that we're going to go back to all-time highs, and people are going to be like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Bitcoin's at 94. And then once Bitcoin is at 150K, people are going to be like, oh my God, I should have bought when it was, you know, so cheap. Like, it's just people, I don't know. I don't know what people are thinking, but people don't think, it seems, quite frankly. The stock market's really easy if you have patience. That's your edge. Like, if you're seeing this blood, you should be excited. Like, oh, I get to buy APLD at 20s. Because I'm waiting for APLD to drop to 20s. Or I could just add 10 at a time as it goes down. We'll see what I do. Because this is where the real money is made. When everything's tanking like this, hell yeah. That's where the money's made. Look at Mara stock. Mara stock dropped from 30 to $10. Then went from 10 to a high of 23. So if you bought at 30, you held a bag. If you bought at 25, you held a bag. If you bought at 20, you held a bag. You really just, if you just dollar cost average all the way down, and you just kept adding more as it went down lower, you would have came out with 100% return easily. But again, all of this requires patience. People don't have that. I haven't bought Mara, which should come. It should come down to 10, in my opinion. It should. But again, I'm not concerned. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. So yeah, if the market tanks like that, it's opportunity of a lifetime. And you have to make the choice. Do I dollar cost average, or do I just, you know, lump sum and just hold, I guess? I don't like lump summing. Like, I'm holding CYBL. I'm in the red like 50% or something, but my buys are spread out. I think my average is 0053. I'll be able to bring it down to 004s because I'll just keep averaging down. No big deal. Again, all of it is just patience. A lot of opportunity. I hope we go into a bear market. That would be great. That would be fantastic. So much opportunity if we get a bear market. Do you think R will hit 1011 next year? Bull case, yes. Bear case, no. What do you want me to say to that? It'll hit it at some point. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it'll hit it at some point. It really, the problem with that question is we're seeing the stock market tank because of everything that's going on with the government and a bunch of other factors. So it's not really, it really depends on Trump, really. If Trump wants to send everything flying, we will see a lot of stocks go to ridiculous prices, and I could see RR go to 10 next year for sure. But it really depends on what Trump does, because this is a headline-driven market. So, which kind of sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is, but every time stocks drop on headlines, it's nothing more than opportunity. So it's just a matter of dollar cost averaging. Too many people, they try to time the bottom. And that's kind of like stupid. Like, you're trying to time the bottom. A lot of people are just trying to time the bottom. Like, they want to buy the exact bottom because they don't want to see red. And that's just silly. You're going to be in the red at some point. Like, once you accept that, it's just everything's easy. Everything's easy for me, at least. Like, oh, we're red? Cool. Oh, I'm down 30%? Cool. Like, is something wrong with the company? No. Oh, cool. Awesome. I'm getting a massive discount on a good company. Wow, what a I'm not gonna cry about that. That's awesome. Please bring it down lower, please. A bear market and send NVIDIA to $100 would be fantastic. Send it down to like $50 a piece. I would be excited for that. I would be excited for that because I know everyone else would be scared. Like, oh my god, it dropped to 50. It's over. End of the world. They don't even look at the company fundamentals. That's what's funny. CYBL. It's just gonna do nothing here, which is fine. That's preferable. But I would like it to come down to 002 so I can really bring my average down. Netflix. We bought Netflix. We're up on that. We're up on our Netflix that we bought yesterday. Should we sell it? I kind of want to flip it because it's you know what? I'll flip it at the purple line because the purple line is at 11.72. If it can break above 11.34, that would be fantastic. That would be fantastic. Let me check. I need to check where my positions are for Netflix. Because we did buy Netflix. Yeah, we're up $1,800 for the month, so we're making money. We're doing fantastic. SoFi has been I love SoFi, APLD. As long as you're buying good ones, you're there's nothing to worry about. Where am I? It's Netflix. Netflix, I need Netflix to go to 1,285 because I have shares over there at 1,285, which it can do. It can do that. 11.28. I could sell the shares that I'm holding right now and make like $20. Maybe not. I'm gonna wait and see if it breaks out because if it breaks to 11.33, we might close this gap to like 11.77, and I can make more. I can make like $100, I guess, something like that, instead of 20. Or I could just take the 20 and yeah, that would, yeah, I could just take the 20 and free up the capital for something else. We'll see. We'll see. I don't think I'm going to sell it just yet. Not yet. But it does need that breakout. It does need the breakout. So, are buyers showing up or what? Let's see. Let's check. BBAI. Selling off. CYBL doing a whole lot of nothing as expected. Apple, what's Apple doing? Apple showing, buyers showing up for Apple, huh? Netflix, I already have Netflix. I don't need more Netflix. Whoa, what happened to NVTS finding buyers here? Yeah, that looks good. If it can break above 10, it goes to 12 for a nice 20%. Stop loss at the low of today. If it's the low, then it should just go higher, and it's easy money. But I'm not gonna touch that one. I'm gonna touch something else. There's a bunch of other stocks. Why would I don't have to focus in on NVTS. I could focus on other things. There's better stocks, quite frankly. Amazon. You'll probably get a small pump when the government reopens, but overall market looks like trash. SPY about to cross under on weekly. Yeah, I know. I hope we tank. I've been saying that. I hope so. Give me cheap stock, please. I am a big proponent of discounts. I don't know why people hate discounts in the markets. That's just always going to be funny to me. Like, wait, you don't want your favorite stock cheaper? Yeah, I do, but like not right now. That's very strange. Very strange to me. SPY, Microsoft. It's not looking good. Now, yeah, it's not looking good right now. Let's see if buyers show up at 9 o'clock. Are buyers going to show up at 9 o'clock? That's the question. GRNY, Navitas, Meta. I was going to buy Meta Leaps. You know what's funny? I was very tempted to buy Meta Leaps yesterday, but I chose not to. And I was going to buy shares too, but I chose not to either. I was just kind of like, you know what? Let's just give it one more day. And let's see how we react after the pump, right? The Monday pump was cool, but let's see if buyers actually show up the day after. I don't care that they showed up Monday. are they going to show up when it matters? Tuesday. It doesn't matter if buyers blow their wad on Monday and then, you know, they blew their wad on Monday, so Tuesday they don't show up. So that's kind of my thought process. Looks like I don't know. We'll see if buyers show up. But if buyers just blew their wad yesterday, that's it. We're just going to keep going down, which would make sense, at least based on the technicals. We should be coming down lower. And I'm just going to dollar cost average into the good ones, because that's the only thing you can do. If we're just going to keep dropping, there's nothing you can do. I guess you can try and time the bottom, but that's just silly. That's just silly. You can make your life easier by just dollar cost averaging and not have to think about it at that point. Saves you time too. You don't have to keep checking on it. Just buy my 10 shares. I don't give a shit if APLD is at 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 19. You don't care. You just buy. You buy your 10 shares and that's it. Like, you don't think about it. The more mindless you can make trading, the better. Because it's just, you don't have to think about it. Where there's way too many people, by the way. Way too many people who, like, they just live and breathe stocks, like, every day. Like, it'll be like a Saturday or Sunday and people are messaging me. And I'm like, dude, I don't give a shit about talking about stocks on a Sunday. Like, I need a day off from looking at the markets. Like, I don't want to look at it every day. It's just, I got better things to do, quite frankly. That's just not, you know, leave the markets for Monday through Friday. Go relax Saturday through Sunday. Go do something else. I'm surprised at how many people just, like, the markets are on their mind literally every day. And I'm over here like, I'm literally just not going to respond to people on Sundays anymore. I just need that day off. I don't want to think about it. That's just a new rule of mine. Give the brain a break from thinking about markets and numbers. SMH. Yes. Like, I think if NVIDIA is not going to recover, we should see, semiconductors drop. It's going to, let me look at the technology sector. If that's dropping, we should go down lower. Let me check. Let me just check. Because again, if tech starts dumping, it just brings everything down with it. That's just how it is. Because everything has technology in it. I mean, I want you to think about that. Everything has tech. Everything has like a chip or something. So if technology sector is dropping, that kind of makes sense that everything else just goes down with it. So XLK red right now. Buyers, where are they? Because if buyers don't show up for tech, then it's just gonna, again, we should see some deep discounts again, which is awesome. Please. It's so, people have short-term memory. That's the funny thing. You know there's people right now going, oh my God, what is happening? I thought we were going to be big green. I thought we were going to go to the moon. Those poor souls, they don't understand how the game is played yet. They still got to learn. Yeah, buyers have to show up for tech. That's the big one. Yo, Shades, what's up? Hey, what's up? Abiding Faithfulness, nice hat. I think you're the hat guy. There's plenty of hat guys, actually. People who have some nice hats in their profile picture. That guy from Mars. I wish I would just make a movement, though, instead of just going sideways. We're not going sideways. We've been dumping. Oh, yeah. No, buyers are not showing up for... Yeah, see, here's the trend line. If it doesn't hold this trend line here, we're just gonna fall. Everybody was excited yesterday. Oh my God, everything's up 10, 20%. Woo. Now everything's dropping 10, 20%. Now everyone's like, oh no, it's the end of the world. People have short-term memory. Always remember that. People have short-term memory. Very short-term memory. Very short term. Look at APLD, man. Yes, please follow my bear case. If this follows my bear case, we come down to the purple line to low 20s. It's going to be a steal, because from 20 to 40 back to highs is going to be 100%er. That's going to be a steal right there for the smart ones that have the money more than anything, because the stock market's always going to benefit the people with money. I know Trucker Jeff is excited. He's definitely sitting there like, yes, I'm going to use my wife's $25K to, buy the dip on because he wanted to buy $25K worth of NVIDIA at like $200. And I told him, I'm like, oh, no. Listen to me right now, Jeff. hold on to your wife's 25K and save it for a bear market or a big crash. He would have been holding a big bag on NVIDIA right now. His wife would not be happy. Like, wait, you bought NVIDIA at the top? No. His wife would have been unhappy. So I saved him there. I saved him because he would have thrown that. He told me, he's like, man, with my wife's 25K, I know I can grow that to 50K. I know I can take that to 50K. It's gonna take time, but I know I can do it because he's confident. He's my protege. He follows me very one for one. So and he's gonna be good. He's gonna be a very good trader if he continues on the path that he's on. Because he only buys good companies. He doesn't buy garbage. So he's going to be very happy. If APLD comes down to the purple line, I would tell him to like throw that 25K in APLD and hold, buddy. Throw your wife's 25K in there. You're going to have to trust me on that one. I do believe APLD is alone in terms of being one of the... one of those, we're going to need the infrastructure. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So it just kind of stands alone in terms of, all the contracts it's getting in revenues. That's why it's sitting at 40. It'll go higher. It'll go to 50. So if you have a wife with 25K, tell her, hey, we're crashing. You got 25K for me? You got a quick 25K? Good morning, boss man. What's your thoughts on BBAI earnings? I'll look at that later. Cause what? Wait, did it pump on earnings? I don't even remember. Yeah, it did pump on earnings. What a shocker! It usually doesn't do this. What a shocker. Well, I'll look at earnings later. I don't want to spend like 10 minutes looking at one stock's earnings. But yeah, let's see. I really need buyers to show up though for tech. Come on, show up for tech. Oh yeah, they're showing up right now. Cool. Let's see. NVTS, don't care for you. Tempest, don't care. I need SoFi. SoFi, I already have. If we can break out today and go higher, we should see SoFi go to 32. We should see SoFi at 32, like literally today, if we break out higher. So we're gonna make money because we bought some. We're still holding some SoFi. So we're gonna make another like $1,000 today if it goes to 32. Another 1,000? No, maybe 500. 500, my bad. Unless I add right now, which I am tempted to. I am tempted to add some SoFi because I know it's gonna go to 32. That would be, I would make about 1,000 if I add some SoFi right now, this moment. I'll just hold on to the shares that I have. Or B, Tesla, HUD. It's almost 9 a.m. So we're gonna get a reaction at 9 a.m. That's kind of like a thing that happens. SoundHound, I'm buying SoundHound for sure. Right now, I'm alerting SoundHound right now. Right now, I'm alerting it. I'm alerting that one for sure. I love this one at the purple line. It's still gonna go down lower. I don't care. I can be patient. At everyone, sound. What are we at? Yeah, for sure. Now, if it's not the bottom, that's fine. If it's not, I'm not trying to time the bottom. Keep in mind, I'm not trying to time the bottom. I'm just going to add shares here, a few, and then I'll add more if it comes down. I'm not going to add big. I'm going to dollar cost average. Not trying to time the bottom. That's just silly. It's already at a deep discount from highs. So look at this. Look at the deep discount from 22.17 to where it is right now. A 30%, 37% off. Like, that's awesome. That's like, what more can you ask for? That's kind of what you want. You want these deep discounts that you just can't help but to buy more. Because it's a good company with the revenues behind it. It's an AI stock. Now, obviously, if you're buying garbage, that's a whole nother story, right? You're just going to destroy yourself as it goes down lower. Notice how this one just keeps going up. let me show you color stock as a great example of garbage, right? Oh, whoa, it is garbage. Why? Because it just keeps going down. And if you're just averaging down, dollar cost averaging as it goes lower, it's just never going to come back up for you because it just keeps going down because it's a terrible company, right? So that's it. That's why I have so much confidence. Because I'm not buying trash. Too many people, they want to... Dude, you have no idea how many people reach out to me and tell me, hey, what do you think of this stock? And I look at it and I'm like, this is garbage. Like, this is just straight trash. Like, what are these people trading? I guess they trade like some shitty, like under $3 stocks because they want to get rich quick, really. They want to make a lot of money fast. I think once you have 6 figures, you should not be doing that. You should just be cruising. You should just be cruising. You should just be cruising at that point. No reason to make life harder. No reason to make life hard and buy garbage and then it drops 50% and then you turn your 6 figures into 5 figures because you wanted to be greedy and make a lot. AKA the story of Polish girl. Yeah, so I bought SoundHound here. It's near the purple line. That's it. I'll buy more if it comes down. That's it. I'm not concerned about it. CYBL, I'm really hoping for low 002s. RegTech Robotics, I'm going to wait for that one under the purple line. I want that one under the purple line. This one does not have the fundamentals that SoundHound has, right? Like we can look at, let me pull that up for you. I deem it riskier. I deem RegTech Robotics riskier. RR stock, what's it called? RR stock, trading view financials. Let's just look at the financials of both SoundHound and RegTech Robotics, and you'll see why I have more, like 1,000 times more conviction for SoundHound versus RR. Let's see. Let's look at the income here. And let me pull it off to the side. What is this? Oh, that's the okay. So let me just show you. Right? Let's look at SoundHound. Let's look at the quarterly. Actually, no, let's stick to the annual. Let's look at the annual total revenue, right? Sales. And then let's look at the annual sales for RegTech Robotics, right? Do you see? Because I do due diligence. I don't do it on stream or I usually just talk about the technicals in my videos, but you can see the difference right away, right? Like 6 million in revenue in 2021, 6 million in 2022, 8 million in 2023, then a 50% drop in revenue in 4.4. Wow, a 50% drop in revenue in 2024, which is that means something happened there. A big contract dropped, I don't know, but there's a 50% drop in revenue from 8.76 to 4.24. And their quarterly revenue has been kind of So, yeah. Now let's compare to SoundHound. Whoa. 21 million, 31 million, 45 million, 84 million. The revenues literally climb up 40%, 40%, 80%. Quarterly revenue keeps climbing up 151%, 217%, 67%. You see the difference is one company is actually getting a lot more sales, a lot more demand for their product / service. That's all it comes down to. This is why I always tell people to look at the bottom line. So if when people are telling me, are you going to buy RegTech Robotics? I'm like, do I buy SoundHound at a deep discount or do I buy RegTech Robotics at a deep discount? Well, I mean, if I have to choose, I'm going to go with what's safer because this actually has the revenues and its revenues are increasing by like hundreds of percentages. That means there's a lot of demand for their products and service. Not just a little bit, a lot. So when people ask me, are you going to buy RegTech Robotics? I'm like, I don't say no because I might. I still might buy. Yes, the technicals are there, right? We're at the purple line. But if I have to choose between SoundHound and RegTech, I'm going to go with SoundHound, which is why I just bought. Because I just proved to you that SoundHound is better literally because they get more... there's more demand for their products and service. I don't even know what they do, quite frankly. I don't. I just look at the bottom line. Are you getting more demand for your products and service? That's all that matters to me. So I have that safety net last year, 50%. Like, what's up with that? That's kind of like a red flag. I don't do too deep of analysis on the financials. Again, I just look at the total revenue. Your revenue should be going up, not down. So people who are buying Rich Tech Robotics right now, they better hope it actually, like, you better hope that the revenues actually start climbing. Because it's a risky stock because of this, because it doesn't have the revenues. And if they announce, oh, by the way, we're kind of going into the shitter, the stock's going to just absolutely tank. So this one, Rich Tech Robotics, is still super risky. Whereas SoundHound, it's sitting at 13 and it's got growing revenues. And not only are they growing, but again, look at this. Q1 2025, 151% increase in quarterly revenue compared to last year. Quarter 2 2025, 42 million, 217% increase in sales. Like, think about that. Think about that. How much demand? 217% more. Wow. Meanwhile, Rich Tech Robotics is negative 18%, 0.17%, 13%. At least there was a little bit of an increase. Q4 2024, their revenue dropped 90%. So what the hell happened there? Right? Like, it's just kind of, Rich Tech Robotics at least doesn't have the fundamentals behind it. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. So I don't want to say it's trash, but it is trash compared to SoundHound's fundamentals, compared to the bottom line. And we all like money, and SoundHound likes a lot of it, I'm sure. And I'm sure Rich Tech Robotics wants to have a lot of money too. But if they're not getting the sales, it's going to be, I'm always going to deem it a very risky stock. So that's why you saw me today buy SoundHound over RR. And I just showed you why. And if you don't understand, then I don't know what to tell you. So yeah, if you want to put money somewhere, SoundHound is literally superior. Like, literally. Like, you just saw like 200% increase in demand for their products and service. That's insanity. Think about that. 200%. That's insanity. Is CYBL a buy? It's been a buy. It's going to continue to be a buy for the people who aren't scared. What percent of your position, shout out to Avatar E, what percent of position are you going into SoundHound with? I don't know. I don't care. I have 6 figures to trade with, so I don't even keep track of that. I just buy. I'm just going to average down as it goes lower. I don't have to think about that. You're never going to see me do what Polish Girl did, though. But I'll add as it goes down. I'm not going to try and time the bottom. We're already getting a discount from highs. So yeah, I don't really have to be concerned about that. Should I reposition at APLD? If you want to reposition Jason Rep, go for it. But I think we are only holding 100 shares and we're in the red. Whatever. I don't. For me, at least, it's like, I don't care. I believe in APLD. I believe in APLD as much as SoundHound. Let me put it that way. And again, let's look at APLD. We never look at the bottom line, but we all like money, right? We can all agree on that. We like money. If you start a business, you're in the business of making money, I would hope. That would be weird if you start a business and you're like, no, I don't want to make money. I want 0 sales and I want no increase in my revenues. Like, that would be very odd. I don't think that's a business at that point. I don't know what that is. That's just, I think that's, I don't know. I don't know what that is. That's just odd. But if we look at the revenues here for APLD, APLD, same thing. APLD is a good one. This is why I keep pounding the table on APLD. This is why I'm averaging down on APLD. I'm not going to try and time the bottom on this. Too many people try to time the bottom. Total revenue, right? Look at that total revenue. Look at that. 63, 52, 38, 64, 41% increase, 84%. Let's look at the annual. The annual is better for bigger picture look. So their revenues jumped from 0, 8.55, 55 million, a 547% increase. Then it jumped from 55 million in 2022 to 2023, 136 million, 146% increase in demand for their products that service. That's what that means. And then it only moved 5%. It moved the needle a little bit, but it's still going up, compared to, Rich Tech Robotics, whose revenues actually went down 50%. Something's wrong with that. That's not a good look for Rich Tech Robotics. At least this one went up 5%. But this year, we should see total revenues for the year be higher because of all the contracts they got. I think. Yeah. We should see higher because they already made 64 million in Q1. So yeah, 84% increase compared to previous quarter. So like, you get what I'm saying? Like APLD, why am I going to try and time anything? I'll just dollar cost average on the way down. The biggest mistake people make is that they add big, right? Like, imagine if I alerted APLD at the top Imagine I alerted APLD at the top. Let's go all in. My entire account, 100% of my account right here at the top. I'm fucked. Because now I have to wait for it to come all the way down to the purple line, then all the way back up for me. I'll still make money, but that would just be stupid, right? Of me to do that, to go 100% all in at the top. Instead, what I do is I'll add, let me grab I'll add, maybe I'll add 250 shares here, then maybe, 300, and then maybe 50, I'll just keep averaging, dollar cost averaging, and I don't have to time anything. I don't got to worry about anything. I know it's going to come back up, and I'll have a lower average compared to someone who just loaded at the top for some reason. Like, this is easy. This is so easy if you got patience and discipline, and you just don't lump sum. That's it. Write that down. Write that down. Some of you have to write that down. Let me grab the whiteboard. For me, it's easy. I think it's difficult for the people who want to make lots of money fast. So let me just write that down here real quick on the whiteboard. The fake online whiteboard. Easy money strategy. Requires patience and lots of it. Stupid. Okay, so yeah, just dollar cost average on the way down on good companies that get increasing revenues / demand for their product / services quarter over quarter, year over year. Boom. Stop trying to time bottoms. That's it. I don't even know what to say. That's it. It's that simple. Are people going to do this? No, they don't have patience. Are people going to buy good companies? No, they're going to buy garbage hoping that it's the next big one and they make 1,000% X. Are they going to look at are they even going to bother at looking at the financials, looking at the sales, looking at the revenues and see if they have demand for their, increasing demand for their service / product? No, people don't do this stuff. They don't do this stuff. And it's not like I'm asking much, right? It's not like I'm asking much of, this isn't some super secret anything. There's no secret here. I'm putting it out there because it's this easy. But there's just a lot of stupid people out there who are blinded by greed. That's what it is. So there you go. That's the lesson for today. There you go. We're done. We're done talking about how easy it is to make money for people who know what the hell they're doing. There you go. I always would like to get a lesson out there for the beginners because some of you are beginners, some of you aren't. But yeah. Let's look at the chat. Should I reposition on APLD? What percentage should I I'm gonna just add more if APLD drops. Yeah, I mean, if you want to reposition, go for it, but it's up to you. I'm just gonna add more in batches of 50, probably, is what I'm thinking. Yeah, in batches of 50. I'll add in batches of 50. I don't want to add too much. And I'm just going to dollar cost average. There's no reason to be timing it. You have to, I just showed you the revenues and that's not including all the contracts that they got this year. Sound looks close to the trend line support on weekly, but crossover means it could go lower. Hell yeah, it could go lower. Hell yeah. Please bring it down to 10. I want it cheaper. I don't care that I'm going to be down 30% on the position that I just added. I don't care. Please bring it down lower. You got to have that mindset. Once you have this mindset of, I don't care. I know I'm buying something good. I know I'm buying something that keeps getting increased demand for their service / product. Any drop is just oh, I'm down 30% on the shares that I bought. Cool. I'm going to get to add more of my favorite stock. Wow. I can't believe what a steal, right? If you're buying good companies, then you're going to be fine. If you're buying color stock, you're going to get destroyed because it just keeps going down, right? That's it. That's the difference. Excited to see if it goes back to 9 to 10. Yes, like I said, yes. Please bring it down. Bring SoundHound to 9 and 10. I could see it come down to 10. And I'll be 30% down on the position that I just added. But I don't give a shit. Please, I love discounts. When you have that mindset, your trading just becomes a joke. It's just like, oh, it's just another day of waiting to see if we crash. Come on, give me a crash. I get excited for crashes. I don't care about stocks going up. Cool, we make money, but the real money's made on the crashes. The real money's made on the crashes. And if you're dollar cost averaging, you're gonna be fine. And if you have a six-figure account, you're gonna be even better off. Now, if you have a six-figure account and you do something stupid, like buy Rigetti at the top and then it drops 50%, like Polish girl, then you're. I mean, I'm telling you right now, I've met a lot of people. I should make a video talking about all the people that I've banned in the Discord that are just idiots who didn't listen to me, even though I kept telling them stop buying garbage and you're gonna make a lot of money. Polish girl did not listen to me. I told her, do not buy that stock. She bought it at the top. It dropped 50%. She took a 300K loss. And yeah. Last I heard, she actually lost the under 300K because sunk cost fallacy. I think that's maybe that's not the word I'm looking for. But she was trying so hard to get back to 600K, to get back to her original account size, that she was taking on more risk. And then she bought SoundHound and she spent 5 hours. I kid you not. I got into a call with this girl and she spent 5 hours trying to convince me that SoundHound was going to go up. And I told her, I'm like, no, it's going to go down. This is why I sold SoundHound back when it was at 17. I sold it. I took my profit and ran. I made like a quick grand and I'm out. Like, she bought when I sold. And she kept trying to convince me I can't believe I'm never spending 5 hours with anyone anywhere ever again. I was too nice. That's why I just ban people. No chances. But yeah, she's the reason I don't give people chances. I'm just like, no. No, she did. She wasted 5 hours of my life just to end up losing like another 30K or something stupid like that. Like, her account dropped another 30K because SoundHound tanked. She did not listen, man, and she spent 5 hours just trying to convince me that it's gonna go up. And I'm like, girl, you're a beginner. Like, how are you gonna try and tell me that it's gonna go up? You don't even know what you're looking at. You don't even know what you're looking at. That would be like me playing chess and trying to tell Burnt Chips, like, hey, I think I know better than you. Like, that's just silly. That's just absolutely stupid. So the stock market punished her for being stupid. That's all, and greedy. So yeah, last I heard, she lost all her account and she borrowed 100K from her dad or something. I don't know if that's true, but that's what I heard. I wouldn't put it past that kind of individual. Because she was a little bit special in terms of personality, to put it nicely. So yeah, that's the story of why you shouldn't trade with 600K or six figures. Like, you're just gonna blow up, because people who have that kind of money as a beginner, if you lose $1,000 and your account size is $1,000, it's whatever. It's just $1,000. But 600K, man, I've seen too many people who are beginners who think they have some kind of big advantage because they have six figures to trade with. And they don't listen to me when I tell them, dude, you have 600K, just buy something safe, take the 10% on the 600K. That's 60K. That's more than 2 McDonald's workers who have to get up in the morning, put on their red shirt, and actually go work at McDonald's. You know, got to throw the fries in, you know, and the oil. And it's just, like, it's insanity that people don't listen to me. Like, it's insanity. Because it's like, if I tell you, hey, don't worry, I got you, listen to me, and you don't listen to me, and you waste 5 hours of my life trying to convince me of something that you don't even know what the fuck you're looking at. I banned her. She's the reason why I'm not why I just ban people like really fast. Because I'm not gonna deal with headaches. I'm just not. You're a headache to me. You're not worth anything to me. Bye. Like, don't be a headache and you'll be fine. And listen to me and you'll be fine. But some people don't listen. And that's like, if you have six figures, man, you got it made. You don't got to do anything, really. You just take the 10%. That's 60K, and you don't even have to work at McDonald's to make that 60K. That's two McDonald's workers, by the way, not one. One McDonald's worker would have to work 2 years to make that 60K. Meanwhile, you with your 600K could have made 60K on just NVDA, sitting on it and taking 10% over and over again. You could probably make way more, especially in the bull market. And I gave her all this information. She did not listen. All she was thinking was, I want to put this 600K. I want to put this 600K into something risky. and I hope I get 1,000x, and that would take my, you know, account to, I guess, 6 million, and then yeah, that's all she was thinking. The greed was what was blinding her. And so this is why I tell you, like, a lot of people, they don't, I don't know. A lot of people are just being dumb for no reason. There's a lot of smart people who are just dumb in the markets because they let the greed blind them. That's all it is. It's actually kind of sad how powerful greed is and how much power people give greed and how much they give into it. So there you go. That's the story of why I don't, you're never going to see me go all in, number one, why you're never going to see me put like any 6-figure amount into anything risky, and why it's very important to know what the hell you're trading. Winning in the stock market, like I always say, starts with picking the right stocks to trade, and too many of you trade like absolute garbage for no reason other than for the desire for that dopamine hit. Really, more, that's what it is that dopamine hit, that like, see, I knew it, I was right, I'm up, you know, 10x. Like, that's, you can make 10x, but you know, do you have the patience for taking, you know, 20% here, 10% here, 15% here, 8% here? That adds up over time, but people don't, you know, again, they want to brag, they want bragging rights, they want to be able to show to people, see, I know what I'm doing, I made 10x, when really it was just luck. And those people tend to get overconfident, and then they go blow up anyways. Because that overconfidence leads to them making risky plays because they think they're some kind of god. And I always tell people, I'm no god. I'm no genius. I'm no genie. I'm just a regular guy who understands just buy good companies at cheap prices, dollar cost average. As it goes up, if you sell at lowest cost first, like I do, then you can just keep making money over and over and over again as it goes higher. So that's why I sell at lowest cost first. And there you go. There's a lot of lessons to be learned from losers, from people who lose like that, like Polish girl, the Arabic guy. I have not told you the story of the Arabic guy. He came from riches, and he was a gambler, and I'm not going to get into it, but that guy had a lot of money, and his parents had a lot of money, and they gave him a lot of money, and he blew it all up, and he wouldn't listen to me. So that's another story for another day. Joey Shaw is probably the next one that's going to blow up on his MSTR calls, and probably BMNR. So he's probably going to blow up too. I think he does trade with 6 figures, low 6 figures, if I recall. It's always the people who have a lot of money that just do stupid shit and blow up. I don't know why, but I think Joey Shaw is the next one on the list. There's always one every year. There's always one guy or girl who has 6 figures to trade with. They're overconfident, and they think that they know what the hell they're doing, and they really don't, and then they blow up. And so I think Joey Shaw might be the next one. I hope you're not watching Joey Shaw, but I think you're the next one, because I've seen this before. I've met all kinds of people. I've seen the patterns from these types. I think Joey Shaw is going to be, unfortunately, the next one that blows up, and I'll be telling a story about Joey Shaw in the future. Yeah, there was this guy, Joey Shaw, with blue eyes, and he had an ego. I'm so smart. Look at me. I'm so smart. I know what I'm doing. Nobody tells me what to do, and whatever. Like, I'll be telling that story at some point. It'll happen, guys. I'm very good at picking up on patterns and then realizing, oh, so there's like a category of people that just love to blow up every year. Wow. Because think about that for a second. I want you to think about that for a second. Think about what I'm about to say. If Polish girl represents even 1% of traders, if Joey Shaw represents even 1% of traders, if the Arabic guy who came from money, like millions and millions of dollars that he blew up, if these people represent even a small fraction of the trading population, of retail population, then there's a lot of people that there's a lot of people that blow up if they represent even like a small fraction of the trading population. I want you to think about that. This is why I always tell people, if you're making money and you're buying good companies, you're already like head and shoulders above most. And yeah, that's it. That's all. Like, I'm sure next year, I'm sure in 2026, I'm going to meet someone that's going to join the Discord, and they're going to blow up too. They're going to be like, yeah, I loaded up 6 figures of some garbage, and now I'm holding a big bag. Can you help me? And then I'm going to try and help them, and then they're not going to listen anyways, because they don't want to, they don't want to grow slow, right? They want to make their money back fast, and they just, yeah. It's just going to rinse and repeat. That's all life is, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Yesterday, I did 1,000 chess puzzles, and can you guess what I noticed? It's just a rinse and repeat. eventually you look at the chess puzzle and it's like you just automatically know the solution because you've done it so many times. Everything's just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Markets go up and down. It can be it's boring if I'm being honest. It just is, but I try to make it exciting for you guys and be educational so you guys can get to the point where you're just like, oh, we're dropping, big red, yes. Oh, we're going up. Oh man, that sucks. I kind of want things to go down because I can, get it cheaper and then sell it for bigger percentage return. So, yeah, it's all psychology. It's all in the head. The biggest enemy usually is yourself because, and it's usually greed because you let it get to you. I'm not talking to anyone specific. It's just, it's always greed. It's always the big factor that causes people to do stupid things, and having a big account, that as well. So that's it for story time, I guess. Did not mean to did not mean to go on and on, but yeah, Soundhound is a buy. Dollar cost average, you'll be fine. Soundhound is a buy. I would say under 13, but if you want to wait for 10, wait for 10 because I'll be adding at 10 if it comes to 10. Shout out to Dinosaur Rawr. I made money on Sound last time, so I went back in with shades, put 20% of my expected position in at 13.88. Shout out to that guy. That guy from Mars. Abiding Faithfulness, by the way, Google, Meta, Microsoft, which should be your buy? My personal favorite is Google. I don't know enough about... I don't know. They all... Meta... Man, when Meta gets discounted on the recovery, boy, oh boy, does it make a lot of money, right? But let me just check, because Google, which Google? Are we talking about Google, this one or the other one? Wow, this one is showing a lot of strength. Meta and Microsoft. If I'm going to be honest, I don't know. I don't know which one I would pick between the three. I don't know. I don't know enough about the companies to know, to be able to give you a straight answer. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend like I know. I don't know which one I would pick. In fact, hey, listen, Abiding Faithfulness. You know what's funny? You're asking me, hey, Google, Meta, Microsoft, which would be your buy? I wouldn't buy neither because I wouldn't buy because I don't even know enough about them to be able to pull the trigger. So I wouldn't buy. Me personally, you're gonna have to do your due diligence and see what you would buy because they're both, all three companies are companies that keep going up over the long term, so they're all a buy technically. But I don't like having to choose between the three. It comes down to the fundamentals. Also, Meta is at a huge discount compared to Microsoft and Google. So it's like, do you want to go for the one that's very discounted? Like, I don't know. It depends. It's up to you. It's up to you which one you want to buy. But if I had to pick one, let me look at the yearly time frame. It would come down to the yearly time frame. Let me look at the yearly time frame on these three. So wow, I would pick Microsoft. God damn, you see Microsoft? Wow, look at that yearly time frame. What the hell? Look at that. Since 2012, it's had nothing but green years. It's only had one red year, and that's the bear market of 2022. That's insanity. What? For 13 years, it's gone up. And 12 of those 13 were green. One of those 13 were red, and that was nothing more than, oh, hell yeah. Microsoft, you got to go with Microsoft unless Meta beats that. Unless Meta beats it on the yearly time frame. That's insane. Meta, oh no, Meta's worse actually. Meta had a red year in 2012, had a red year in 2018. It had 3 red years compared to Microsoft. So that's kind of, I'm going to have to go with Microsoft here. Let me look at Google. That's very interesting on the higher time frames. I don't know which Google you're talking about, but Google had a red year in 2018 and 2014 and 2013. So it looks like Google might have more red years. Yeah, hell no. Microsoft is the way to go. Holy crap. I'm adding wow. I did not realize this. Microsoft has had 12 green years out of 13. That's insane. You could literally buy at the beginning of every year and you'll make money unless it's a bear market. But if it's a bear market, then you just add at the end of the year and then it just goes to new highs. That's insane. That's insane. I don't think even NVIDIA has this. This might be better than NVIDIA. Let me check NVIDIA. Whoa. I've never looked at Microsoft yearly. Yeah, NVIDIA had a red year in 2018 and in 2012. Meanwhile, Microsoft its only red year was 2022. This is it. That's what I would buy. Microsoft that's the one to buy. Holy crap. Wow, I did not know that it could do that. That's a lot of strength. That's power right there. That's wow. I'm gonna have to look into Microsoft later on and do a little deep dive for myself. I did not realize it was that strong on the yearly. So there you go, abiding faithfulness. I think Microsoft, like when Google and Meta had red years, Microsoft didn't. And 22 is the only exception. But everything went down in 2022 because it was an 8-month or 10-month bear market. So that's something that I would, if I had to choose, Microsoft is the way to go. Like, wow, that is crazy to have that many green years in a row and only a bear market, the one of 2022, that's what it took to finally give it a red year. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. That's insane. That's strength. That's a buy. Long-term and short-term swings too. Maybe some leaps actually. That's crazy. Wow. I have to investigate and do my due diligence on Microsoft now. Because I like NVIDIA, but wow, that one is just whoa. Like it's just I'm in shock. I did not know it had that level of strength on the yearly time frame. It's so predictable because weekly cross dip is a warning every time. Goog agreed, indefinitely valid. Wow, Microsoft chart looks crazy. Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm at a loss for words. I did not know that Microsoft looked that good on the yearly. To have, for the past 13 years, to only have one red year. That's crazy. Like you could literally, that's a money printer. That's a buy. Wow. Screw Meta. Meta can go to hell at that point. Wow. Wow. I did not know that. That is one hell of a yearly time frame. LPLA. 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 What about LPLA? I don't. It's not under the purple line. It's not at a discount. So not for me personally, but if you see a play on it, go ahead. Go right ahead. I don't know what to tell you. Netflix getting pushed down. That's not surprising. Yeah, buyers are not showing up. So either the buyers yeah, they blew their wad yesterday. That's what that means. We should, either way, I expected this. I thought we were gonna come down. We should come down lower. We just should. There's still plenty of stocks that are not under the purple line. We should see a lot of stocks come down to the purple line. And Bitcoin, I still anticipate this coming down to 94. Look, over the long term, yes, new high, right? It keeps creating new highs. That's cool. But when that new high is reached, we drop from high to low 33% here. From high to low, 30%. From high to low, current low, 20%. So we haven't dropped 30% yet. We've only dropped 20%. If we know that every time we reach a new peak, we drop 30%, then we still got a ways to go. This should come down to, at least in my opinion, come down to 90 to 94K is what it's showing here. That would be a 20%, 27% drop total, not even 30%. The reason I'm reducing it to 27% is because 33% to 30% means there was a 3% decrease in how much we drop. So I'm taking that factor into account. So a 3% decrease in how much we drop from high to low would be 27%. So this would be like expected, right? It's a pattern. You guys see it, right? We hit a high, we hit a low. We hit a new high, a new low, or a higher low, I should say. New high, higher low. So it would kind of be expected that we drop lower. It would just, that's just the technical saying that. And I'm including that factor of, hey, let's just take away 3% and we only drop 27%. It would be expected for this to drop down to 90 to 94K, which has been my prediction. I think we touch 90K and then bounce to 94K real fast. Because people are going to want to buy the dip. Unless we go into a full-on bear market, then I don't know what to expect at that point. But there you go. This is why you watch this channel. This is why you join the Discord, patreon.com/shadesandtrades. This is like the information that I give people. And it's going to save you. Sometimes it's going to help you because you're going to be like, wow, if I just wait, I'm going to get massive discounts because of this pattern that just keeps appearing on it long term. I don't know. This is why I've been like just kind of very cautious and only adding, a few shares, 50, 100 shares here and there. I have not added big on anything. Like the last time I added 1,000 shares of anything was UEC, uranium, but I took a loss on that because I just didn't like the way it looked. I'm not going to add 1,000 shares on anything anytime soon. Oh, no, wait, no. I take that back. I think I added 1,000. Yeah, I added 1,000 shares on SoundHound. I forgot about that. I added 1,000 shares on SoundHound, but I'm not doing that ever again. Not for the time being. Not for the time being. I'm going to spread out my buys because we should see more downside. So that's why you haven't seen me adding like big anymore or alerting calls. I have not alerted calls in a while, like over a month now, because I kind of, it's just time to play it cautious. No reason to be buying calls right now. Too dangerous to be buying calls. So, but that just comes from experience. Microsoft looks like it will cross under on the monthly. Could go back to 450 for a better entry. I added 10 shares of Mara yesterday at 16, then dumped 20 minutes after open for a profit, I hope. I love Mara though, and now it's at 14. Yeah. Mara should see $10. I expect Mara at 10. Because if Bitcoin drops to 90 to 94K like I'm predicting, Mara should drop to 10. We should see CLSK at 10 and under. We should see Bitcoin miners should get cheap. Like we should see them between 10 to 12 depending on the stock. I don't know about Iran. I don't care about that one, quite frankly. That's too expensive. I'll just buy the cheaper ones and make more percentage wise. We should see Bitcoin miners get discounted heavily, and that's nothing more than opportunity if you see it that way. If you see it as, oh no, it's the end of the world, then you got problems. You got to work on your psychology then at that point. Alphabet stock, I think it's fine. Same thing as Google. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. I heard Kevin O'Leary talking about it recently. I don't care if Tom Lee talks about it. I don't care if Kathy Wood talks about it. I don't give a damn what Kevin Leary thinks or any of these influencers think. When do you guys hear me talk about other influencers? It's rare. It's rare that I talk about other influencers because I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck what other people, influencers think, because they're incentivized to for the clickbait, right? They're incentivized to tell you, oh yeah, APLD is going to go to 1 million, right? Like, I don't listen to other finance YouTubers or social media influencers. Nah, I don't care who, in fact, if Kevin O'Leary's talking about Alphabet, that means I'm not buying it. That's what that means. It's usually better to short it. Like it's better to go against it. I'm kind of joking, but yeah, I don't listen to others. That's a bad idea. Always listen to yourself and the charts more than anything. Bold prediction: Bitcoin will have a bear market for all of 2026. I would, if that happens, there's a lot of people that I know that would cry, and their name starts with Joey, and their last name is Shaw. They would definitely cry if that happens, because that guy likes being on his knees for Tom Lee. He's one of those guys that looks up to like social media influencers a little too much, and takes their word as gospel, which is that's not good. I already called him out on it, but he's still gonna be on the knob, on the Tom Lee knob, as I like to call it. So yeah, if we have a Bitcoin bear market for 2026, oh boy, is someone gonna be very wrong, and a lot of people are I'm gonna call out a lot of people. A lot of people are going to get called out. I'm going to call out Tom Lee too. If we get a bear market in 2026, I'm going to call out Tom Lee. Tom Lee is stupid. And it's just going to be his face photoshopped via AI generation looking stupid. And maybe I'll have him on. Imagine. I'm kidding. I don't think we're going to get a bear market in 2026 for Bitcoin. I think we're already dropping, and then we're going to pump in 2026. I think we're already dropping and we're going to pump in 2026. That's what I think. I need to add some Microsoft shares now. Yeah, I'm going to add some leaps after we reverse on Bitcoin. I need to see crypto reverse. so I can get, because right now is not the time to be going heavy with calls. Right now is not the time to be going crazy with calls. Like right now is not the time to be aggressive with that. But once Bitcoin bottoms, then and reverses, that's when we get aggressive. That's when we start going in with the leaps. So, but I am tempted to buy leaps because it is close to the purple line, but I'm going to wait. It's always tempting. Like, man, I wanted to buy meta leaps yesterday, and I'm like, no. You know what? Don't do it, Shades. Just don't. Let's give it one more day. That has saved me. That has saved me from doing stupid stuff like that. Because meta calls were very tempting yesterday. I had over 1,000 shares of colors. I'm still holding post reverse split. Lord have mercy. Oh man, yeah, that one's unfortunately just gonna keep going down. I wish I followed you earlier. Yeah, you know that a lot of people tell me that. A lot of people tell me, man, I wish I had found your channel sooner because you just keep it straight. You know, you don't sugarcoat things. You just keep it real. That's just how it is. But you know, the reason my channel is small is because I'm not gonna I'm not going to post videos of me going, oh, guys, we're going to go to 1 million, because that'll get click, right? That'll get clicks. That'll get views. If I post a thumbnail of me like, hey, we're going to go to 1 million. Here's why. Like 1 million, you're going to get rich. Like I don't do that kind of stuff. So, and I keep it real, a little too real. So people I'm not going to grow as fast as, the other channels that are willing to do that. And I suspect those other channels probably make more money from their YouTube than from trading is what I suspect. Because a lot of them are good at talking and being in front of the camera. But, I don't think they know how to trade, quite frankly. I think their money really just comes their income is just from the ad revenue. I'm not monetized, by the way. I'm not. Like you shouldn't be getting ads because I'm not monetized. I actually I dropped out of the YouTube partner program because I don't give a shit. I don't need it. Don't need the money. I could sell a covered call and make more anyways. Let me see if I can pull it up because you shouldn't be getting ads. That would be very shady. That would be very shady of YouTube. I don't know where to find it, but yeah, you shouldn't be getting ads because I'm not monetized. I told you a while ago, Bitcoin's going to go to 57K, then 200K. Yeah, I don't. If you see Subluke, you would be a bad YouTuber because you're giving ridiculous price targets. Bitcoin's gonna go to 57K, and then it's gonna go to 200K. You know what that means? It means it means it's time to buy. That's what that means. If Subluke is saying that, it's time to buy. It's time to buy. It's time to buy. It's time to buy Bitcoin. If Subluke is saying that. What are your thoughts on Serve Robotics? I think it's cheap, right? It's under the purple line. Let me check. Yeah. This one's at a discount, but I would wait to see if it comes down to 8. I would wait for $8. It's under the purple line, so technically it's a buy. But I would wait for 8 because if it doesn't hold 8, I mean, we're going to drop to like 6 then. So you can dollar cost average if you want as well. It's up to you how you want to play it. But 8, 6, and 450. Those are your levels. So I would wait for those levels. But technically it's under the purple line, so it's a buy, right? So that's, it's a good one. It's a good one. I like it, but I like Sound more because it has the better revenues. So that's a good one. I have it on my watch list too, so I don't have to add it because I actually do like that one. I just don't talk about it often because it's, there's just better stocks out there. That's huge. It's very respectable. Thanks, bro. Shout out to Abiding Faithfulness, Shady, LOL. Serve at a big support level. Let me see. Am I going to buy anything else today? I don't think I'm going to buy anything else. If I buy anything, it'll be end of day. By the way, BBAI had earnings and it pumped. And then it just sold off anyways. So just something to remember. Just something to remember that BBAI, whether it has good earnings or bad earnings, just sells off anyways. So that's a good one to remember for next time. I'm just going to look through and see if there's anything I want to add right now. If not, I'll just end of day I'll add. if I'm not going to add any more right now. Let me look at SoFi. I'm tempted to add, but I'm going to wait till end of the day if I do add, because it needs to break above this level where it's at right now to go to 32. If it does, we'll make like $500 to $800 on the shares that we hold right now. Assuming you're selling based off of lowest cost first. If not, you have to wait. You have to wait. I don't got to wait. As soon as it hits certain targets, I can get out at lowest cost first. Yeah, I think that's it. I don't see. Let me look at NQ again. Red. Is QQQ red? Yeah, it's red. So yeah, buyers have to show up later in the day then. If they don't, then I'm just gonna not buy anything end of day. Yeah, I think that's it for the stream. There's not much else. Hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.